Well, hello. It's Friday afternoon and Poppy and myself, we're already set up for the weekend. It's an old favourite of ours, which we'll tell you about in a bit. What are you looking at, Pop? Looking for Daddy? Are you looking for Daddy? Well, Daddy's not here yet because we don't work Fridays, but he does. He's going to join us a little bit later on. But Graham and Michelle are joining us. They will be here this afternoon, and I don't know whether we're planning on doing anything. We'll see. But yeah, it's been 4 weeks since we left Wales Wood, nearly 4 weeks, and we've been busy the last 3 weekends doing other things. We do other things other than being away in the van, and when Rick gets here, and we get a chance, we'll fill you in on what we've actually been doing.
Hello.
Look who I found.
It's me. Sorry.
He turned up yesterday. I didn't do anything to show you yesterday. I just chatted with Graham and Michelle until Rick arrived. We had some dinner and then we went back in their van and chatted a bit more, didn't we?
We did.
There you go.
But we will tell you what we're up to today in a minute. Firstly, there's an excellent cafe on site, so we're going for us breakfast. See you in a bit.
That was nice, that breakfast.
It was really good.
It's filled me up, ready for the bit of exploring that we're going to do this morning. And for those that hadn't worked it out, we're at Rowsley Station, Rowsley South Station as it's called, on a camping and caravanning club rally.
Yeah, the site of Peak Rail. It's been 2 years since we stopped here. Mm-hmm. If anybody's followed the channel that long, the last time we stopped here, we went on that epic walk with a walking group and they nearly killed us. So although we've stopped at Darley Dale a few times this year, we're back at Rowsley now because it's hard standing. 12 quid a night. And we are actually going on a bit of an explore this morning. And then later on, we'll pick Graham and Michelle up and we're going out in the car for the afternoon. But before we do any of that, as Heather said on the intro, although we haven't been in the van for nearly 4 weeks, we've been doing stuff. And I have put together a little montage for you of what we've got up to over the last 3 weekends. Woo, woo.
Right, the tries today. It's a place in the World Cup final next Saturday against Canada. A most indulgent rugby banquet begins. Here we go. And a fumble from the captain at the kickoff. Ruck. Harrison sends it up. Delirium and delight at Ashton Gate. England into the World Cup final. They will play Canada for the ultimate prize at Twickenham next week.
Good morning. Good morning.
He's got trousers on. There's the Mighty White. Drove faultlessly down. And then Agatha is there. He's won a highly commended for the Mighty White. Let's have a look at that on the dash. Look at that there.
Highly commended piece of paper. Look at that.
He's ungrateful, isn't he? Not bad. Apart from the plastic glass. Jesus. Look at the state of it. Oh man. Fabulous day on the Severn Valley as always. But now it's a 2-hour trip all the way back to Lichfield. Gruesome. So anybody who remembers the Bakewell video from August Bank Holiday, we rode the Montage Trail on the bikes, and then in the actual Bakewell video itself, we did a bit of exploring, and I learnt a bit of stuff that I didn't really know. Although I've been to this railway a few times, I didn't really know the history of it, and as daft as it sounds, didn't realise that this used to join up with the Montage Trail years ago. And if you did watch that, you'll remember we found the north end of Haddon Tunnel, which was all bricked up. I'll stick a picture in of that. Well, obviously, along the line here, it carried on and eventually met the south end. We can't get to that without a massive trespass that I'm not going to do. But what we can do, and you'll have to forgive me a bit of nerdism, is explore some of the sites that are still left from when this railway carried on down here. So along the line coming what would be south from Haddon Tunnel, the railway would eventually continue on and meet back up with what is now Peak Rail here. But obviously everything from here on in is missing. Also, I thought till I did a little bit of research, and it turns out that although we've been walking this way many, many times, I've not really looked for what is blatantly obvious. So I'm going to do a little bit of detective work, and I've done a bit of research, which is very strange for me. But I'm quite looking forward to this, and hopefully I won't bore you too much with it. So as we come out of the entrance stroke exit of Peak Rail, you can see what's left of some old railway line disappearing under there. And this would continue on, as well as what is now Rowsley South being the station. It wasn't years ago. That was actually just an engine yard, and then all up here where all these buildings are and everything was a mass of sidings. So it is mad to think that this woods that we're walking in now used to be a mass of railway sidings and locomotive storage yard, I guess. To the left of me is the River Derwent, and that was the boundary of the railway. Yeah, so many tracks along here, and it was mad when I started researching it to see what used to be here. I'm not expecting to see a great deal of, if anything, what's left of the railway in here, but quite looking forward to when we actually meet up with the road. That's where sort of the real remnants of the railway start. And it's also very interesting, I didn't realise Rowsley itself actually had 2 stations. Ignoring the fact that Peak Rail have got their own station now. I mean, back in the day when this was an active railway. One of them still exists and is actually the centrepiece of Peak Village Shopping Centre. So you can see in the woods, these are obviously remnants of the railway. You've got a stone wall of some kind there, going up to some sort of platform there that something would have stood on. More evidence of something there. Right, so obviously building evidence here knocking about, and Heather's just discovered this, which is obviously some sort of circular building. I'm guessing possibly the base for a water tower or something. And it is just a guess. Again, something else there, like a platform of some kind, stone platform. So as the woods narrow up now, that's pretty much the end of where the sidings and stuff would have been, and all the engine storage. And we're now coming up to what's been built on heavily, and where the site of the old main station that they used to use would be. And I guess we're not far off what would have been the running line now, where we're walking. It's obviously been filled in and levelled off and stuff, but this road to our right is actually called Old Station Road or Old Station Lane, and the car park dead ahead is the site of where the main railway station was. The one that was demolished, at least. Anyway, we will go and show you the one that still exists. And hopefully if I overlay the map, you'll see what I mean. We're coming to a junction now where it splits one way to go to Bakewell and the other way to what is now Peak Village shopping complex. So walking in the car park now, just to the right where this concrete base is. This isn't anything to do with the railway. The base is just coincidental, but what you can see here that I'm walking on is the old platform edge. And it's all been filled in, obviously, since then, come out of the way. This was used years ago before repurposing as a car park, as a dumping area for the council to dump loads of waste and stuff. So that's the concrete section there, nothing to do with the railway, but as I say, the old flagstones you can just see going across there are the edge of the platform. The station was somewhere here. Yeah, so I was wrong on both parts. It's not called Old Station Lane or Road, it's Old Station Close.
Well, you were close.
I was close. So we've walked from up that way, and then the old station was in there. And now Peak Village shopping complex is over there, and that is the site of the original station, which we'll go and have a look at now. And there we are. So we're in Peak Village now, and you can clearly tell, if you know a rough bit about old railways, looking at that clearly was an old railway station. And as I say, this has survived, whereas the original one is completely demolished. Because the line terminated here, it never went as far forward as they thought it was going to go. So consequently, it never got used. I think it was only used for a year or so before it became a goods shed. And obviously when they built Peak Village, they've designed the place around it. So onwards that way was originally planned to go to Chatsworth. And for a few years, the station was actually known as Rowsley for Chatsworth, but quickly changed back to just Rowsley. It's all original, isn't it? Apart from they've probably done the roof. But clearly this would be the old entrance, you know, off the platform, wouldn't it? Or at least one of them. So, leaving Peak Village, we'll get back to some more of the history. And believe it or not, the pub that exists down here, the Grouse and Claret, which we have frequented occasionally, is actually an original Midland Railway hotel. So a lot of railways had a hotel by stations for people to stop in and stuff like this. And the Grouse and Claret was indeed originally a hotel for this railway. So there we go, Grouse and Claret, formerly the Midland Railway Hotel. So we're just on the bridge over the Derwent now, and you can just see the viaduct there carrying on over the bridge. I'm going to attempt to get up there and have a look-see. So just over there is the old railway embankment, and at the back of that is the site of the old station that we've seen that no longer exists. Would have originally been a bridge over this road linking that embankment up to that embankment there. And if we just walk up there, we should be able to see the viaduct. It's quite steep, obviously, because it's a railway embankment. Ugh. You can see all the ballast where I'm walking now. If you can get your imaginary hats on, we're now walking on the track bed. And if we carried on from here, we'd eventually be at Bakewell and through the tunnels at Haddon that I showed you in the Bakewell video. So here we go. on top of Rowsley Viaduct. And if I was standing here now, the trains coming towards me would be southbound, and then we'd be northbound on this side. So going to Manchester that way and going to Matlock that way. You can see the campsite there at the back of the Grouse and Claret. These here would have been the signal carrying cables. As with anything, when you're on top of a viaduct, it's not really that interesting because you can't see what's underneath. I'm going to try and go to the graveyard and see it from that way and show you it. Now, I did know this was all fenced off, and I have seen in a video where someone's basically climbed around the fence and carried on. And this track bed does go on for a little bit longer. I'm not going to do that because we are going to go into the churchyard, and you can climb up from the churchyard and get to the other end of this fence anyway. So there's no real need. In fact, I'll say I'm not going to go around it, but I'm here now, and it was that simple. It's hardly stopping anybody, is it? We're still going to go in the graveyard because unfortunately, when they built this railway using navvies, there were a fair few lives lost building Haddon Tunnel. And there is a memorial in the graveyard to the 5 people that were killed when the tunnel gave way. But yeah, I could have come from up the graveyard, but there's no need. And there's not really much need to go on any further. You can see the track bed continues for a while until it's severed again and becomes unpassable due to more undergrowth and stuff like that. So use your imagination now. I'll stick a picture in of the south end of Haddon Tunnel with a class 45, or it could be a 44, coming out of the tunnel, and then I'll stick a picture of it. Now it's all blocked up. And that's as far as we go with this, because as I say, I'm not willing to fight my way to the tunnel and then trespass to get in the tunnel. It was nice enough to get on top of this, something I've wanted to do for a few weeks now. When I started researching this after we found Haddon Tunnel in the Bakewell video, I became a bit nerdy obsessed with it, and I thought, I've just got to get on top of that viaduct, and I'm really glad I did. Right, so heading back to Heather and Poppy now, and we'll go and pick up the rest of this, which is going to be a quick look in the graveyard, hopefully get you a shot of the viaduct from below. So that's the A6 bridge over the river there that we stood on and showed you the viaduct from there. I think we've got to head back that way to get to the church. There are many, many exploration channels or history channels for the railways that I've been following recently. And in the comments section below, or in the description section I should say, I will actually link one of the ones that I watched, and if you want to look at that, it will show you inside Haddon Tunnel. They actually went further than I'm going to go and went inside the tunnel. Might be interesting to some people if they're into this. I just wanted to come to the very end of what's left of the cutting, and you can see straight ahead the bridge would have gone over to the other side. Let's get back down here and find the team. Oh, it's steep though. Whee! Blimey, Charlie. There she is. Okay, so the bridge is just there. Say again, sorry. Yeah, it's quite an old building, isn't it? So this is Church Lane. We're going to have a walk up to St Catherine's Church and have a look at the memorial for the 5 men that lost their lives building Haddon Tunnel. But also up here, you should be able to see what's left of the bridge over this road that would then have taken the railway on towards Bakewell and onwards towards Manchester. So we're just still going up Church Lane. But what you can see there is where I've just walked across the viaduct. The viaduct is just there, and then that archway there. The church is just to the back over there, so I've just walked over there. Right, so nearly at the church, and you can see now these abutments. This is actually what would have been a bridge. I walked to the end here when I came on top of the viaduct, and then, as I say, that side there now will carry on towards Haddon Tunnel and eventually Bakewell and Manchester beyond. Here we go. This is St Catherine's Church in Rowsley. We'll go and see if we can find this memorial. Okay, so just down here. In memory of James Birds, James Millington, Alfred Plank, George Buckley and James Clark. Now if you look, poor Alfred was only 16 years old. But yeah, the 5 of them were killed when the tunnel collapsed. How they built the tunnel was in a method they call cut and cover, where they would cut the side out. It didn't actually tunnel through anything. They purely made these tunnels for aesthetic reasons, because the Duke of Rutland didn't want to see the trains going through his property. And I have got a picture which I'll stick on of the actual tunnel collapse. This was taken the day after the accident. So from the graveyard, this is the embankment that I've been on once. Now Heather didn't think she'd make it up here, so consequently when I just said it's actually really easy from the graveyard, I thought I'd bring her up and show her at least to the fence and the top of the viaduct over there. So as I said, there is the end of Church Lane, look, where we've just seen the bridge doesn't exist. And we'll go onwards to at least show her the top of the viaduct. There she is, off for a look. I've bored her to death with watching these videos, and she thinks, well, I might as well have a look at it now.
It's funny really when you think about it. We've walked under this bridge twice.
And never
This
knew
one
it was
here.
a viaduct.
Once, okay, we were knee-high in,
Yeah.
in cow shit. So we were sort of preoccupied. And then, but obviously the second time
We didn't know, yeah. It's mad, innit?
we did it, and we went that way.
Yeah.
And it was dry and, like I say, okay, I think you said it was probably
An old railway
an
bridge.
old railway bridge, but never even realised that the viaduct was there.
No,
And it's quite easy to see as well.
yeah.
Uh,
Well, as it goes, I am going to try and get down there again, but not get too pooey, just so I can show you the viaduct from the other end. Heather and Poppy are going to wait here while I just go under there, because through past experience, we know it's cow poo city along here. Woo woo! Just for Heather. Yeah, there we go. How we never noticed the viaduct. I'll do the big reveal in a minute. There we go. How we never noticed that when we've walked along here before is beyond me. Just come down into the field. So you've got your 4 arches there, and then the end there. You can see where the fence is there, where it's blocked off, and then that way to the churchyard, which is just over there. Fabulous. we have made it back to the temporary holiday site on Peak Rail's car park. Gonna have a quick change, get the car sorted and go for a ride out. So we couldn't come back to Bakewell without popping into Thornbridge, seeing as we loved it so much last time. Is that water or lemonade?
Lemonade.
Oh, look, Pop. You look upset, Gray, about the blackcurrant.
Yeah, it's a cocktail.
A cocktail? Can't read that writing, that's terrible.
Crackendale, DDH, and your Citra from another mister.
Yeah, Citra from another mister, but you've had J-Paul Hazy.
Yeah. I'm still on France standing.
France.
7%.
Have you been to France?
Twice.
Twice.
Yeah, well, that one's okay. Try each one, like I told you before.
Okay, Mum.
Just in case there's one you don't like.
Right,
You know, you
Mum.
can drink that one first.
Well, I know I like this one because we've had this before, DDH. That's really nice, I like that one.
Oh, I'm losing your head. See whether he likes this one.
Citra from another mister.
So you know the
Yeah, it's got a weird
Citrusy taste.
Yeah, but it's nice. I like it. Still DDH is still.
Go on then, what's Gray got?
DDH is best, I'll say that.
I think the DDH is best.
So what you got there? You got the
Well, the
Japor
mist is
hazy, no, the hazy Japor, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
This is the month.
It's 5.9%, was it? Or 6.9? You don't have to drink it. It's not a whiskey, you know. Yes? No.
Could get messy.
Yeah, that's.
I think he likes that one.
I'll try that on the next one, I think.
It doesn't taste strong.
No, that's the problem half the time, though, isn't
Yeah.
it?
It don't taste any different to others.
So 3 different this time. Hazy Jaipur, which Graham had last time, and says it's nice. It's that nice he's had a pint of it. This is called Rattlesnake, and then that's Amarillo and Citra. This is the one that you said is the best.
I thought you were having another DDH.
No. 5.9 this is.
Yay or nay?
Nice.
You can't always tell with him. You can always tell when it's nasty.
This is
Like that Union.
this is 6.5. West Coast IPA.
He's not so keen on that.
I'm not so keen on that.
That one, he'll drink that one first.
It's at my strength limit, though, is it? And then this one was only 4%.
Show me the way to Amarillo.
Correct.
He'll be hugging his pillow tonight when he's on 6.5%.
Yeah, that's just. I always call that a generic bland one. That's just, yeah, you could drink that all day. And
Right then.
shall we go into Bakewell now then?
Yep.
Got the meter on.
Been busy drive. Time on till.
There we go. So we're back at Bakewell. A few months ago on the Montage Trail, and I have to say, what a fantastic sunny day it is. A t-shirt in October. I wish I hadn't put my shorts away, but the problem is I've packed my wardrobe away for the summer and got my autumn stuff out now. It's just the once one, actually. I mean, I love the summer, but these autumn days where it's really sunny are really nice. I was drawn into Mountain Warehouse. Heather's in search of a Bakewell tart. What you got?
Sausage roll. You wanted a sausage roll?
What you got?
A sausage roll.
I thought you was eating a Bakewell tart.
That's in my bag.
Oh, you've got a Bakewell tart as well. What have I got as well? Pint of beer? I don't like them though.
Oh well.
You'll have to eat that all on your own.
Yeah, I've got to eat all that on my own. It's heavy. It's heavy.
We're going back to the car now and hopefully find somewhere to go and have some dinner.
Felt like getting his feet dirty, look.
Wet.
Wet, sorry.
There's another one over there, look. And they're all doing it, look.
It's all, have you noticed it's all the men, look?
Yeah.
The woman in front, she's, you know.
She's in the water. Big fish there, look. See the size of them fish? If only people could see the seats in this car at the minute. I've got my knees on the dashboard.
Yeah, but you could be further back because Shell doesn't need.
What? Well, this is an hilarious ending to the afternoon, viewer. The entrance to the railway is padlocked. We're obviously out in the car and we can't get the car back to the campsite. So I'm going to walk down and hopefully the steward knows the key code. Otherwise we're stuffed. That'll be fun, won't it?
Morning.
Good morning. A bit of an odd ending to the day yesterday, filming wise. When we got to the gates to come down to the rally site, they were all padlocked.
It was only about 6:30.
It was 6:30, yeah. Obviously, that is unheard of on a rally. Usually with stuff like that, they have to give you access to get in and out in case of an emergency. So I had to go down to the steward, and there was also then the second set of gates that were locked, and I couldn't get round them, so I had to climb over them with Poppy, which was fun.
Which we've done before.
I said to the steward, you know, the gates are padlocked. He said, "Oh God, that's strange. They've never done that. This been on for about 2 or 3 weeks, this temporary site." He said, "I've got the codes, but I'm not allowed to give them to you." I said, "Well, right, we've got a car outside with a lady in a wheelchair in it, and we ain't getting in any other way." He says, "Well, I'll have to come up with you and open them." I went, "Mate, I'm not being funny. I can phone her from here. We're grown people, you know. We're not going to do anything with the codes. Just give us the codes." So I phoned Heather. She unlocked the top set of gates and then locked them. And then I walked up to the second set of gates with the code. And of course, no glasses on, so I couldn't read the padlock.
And by then I'd got there with
By
the
then
car.
she'd got there, so she had to get out and unlock it. So consequently, last night we just went, "Oh, sod this," watched a film and went to bed.
Cup of tea.
I had a terrible night. Poppy was sick in the night.
She's all right.
She's all right. She was just sick. I think we gave her too many biscuits. So that was fun. I came out about 2:30 in the night. The fog, I couldn't even see the hand in front of my face. It's still foggy this morning.
It is.
I think it'll probably be a lovely day if it burns off. But anyway, I'm rambling now. The be all and end all is we're going home.
We're all right. We're still alive.
We're going home. And we've now got to do a fast pack up, switcheroo, because we're out again on Thursday, aren't we?
Yeah.
It's our anniversary next weekend, for us anyway. Of course, by the time you see this, we'll be well into November and it'll have been gone. So we're going away
Somehow I've managed 8 years with him.
I don't know how. Could have killed you this morning.
Ditto.
Anyway, that's it. So, yeah, we've obviously got to go back in separate vehicles because I came in Heather's car, she came in the van, and we're going to swap. So we're going to do the ending here. So this is the end. Goodbye.
See you on the next one.
Bye, bye, bye.